ज़हूरे महदिये आखिर ज़मां है, संभल जाओ के वक़्ते इम्तिहान है। अगर पूछे कोई ईसा कहाँ है, तो कह दो उसका मस्कन कादिया है, तो कह दो उसका मस्कन कादिया है।
Upon receiving revelations from Allah the Almighty, Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Qadian ﷺ announced that he has been appointed by Allah the Almighty as the Messiah and Imam Mahdi, whose advent had been prophesied by Holy Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. To support this claim, Allah the Almighty manifested thousands of physical, spiritual and heavenly signs. Pointing out one such extraordinary occurrence, the Holy Prophet ﷺ said, "For our Mahdi there are two signs, which since the dawn of creation had never been seen before, and will never be seen again. These are that the moon will be eclipsed on the first night in Ramadan, and the sun will be eclipsed on the middle day of Ramadan. And these signs have not appeared since God created the heavens and the earth." Hence, exactly as was meant in this hadith of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, the moon eclipsed on the first night, when in accordance to astronomical laws, it is in a position to go into eclipse, which works out to be the 13th of Ramadan, as it can only occur on the 13th, 14th or 15th nights. Similarly, the sun eclipsed on the middle day, when it was in a position where an eclipse can occur on 27th, 28th and 29th day. The sun on this instance eclipsed on the 28th day of Ramadan. By this occurrence, this twofold eclipse in the month of Ramadan al-Barak not only made evident the truth of this hadith, but it also set a seal of validation on the claim of being appointed to the station of Messiah and Mahdi by Hazrat Mirza Sahib. It is a fact that the indications of the time and conditions of the appearance of Imam Mahdi and Prophet Messiah have numerously been fulfilled with such clarity and precision that most of the well-known non-Ahmadi scholars could not refrain from expressing it. For example, citing two such prophecies which have been clearly fulfilled about the conditions that would prevail at the time of the Imam Mahdi, renowned Shia scholar Sayyid Ali Masui Sahib says,
"An indication mentioned at the time of the appearance of Imam of the age is that what is close will be far, and what is far will be close. Now you can see for yourself that we are present here, and our voice is carried far and wide into the world, whether here or far away. To observe the other side of the coin, that those who are close will be far, in the present age there are many a father who are so distant from their son that the father does not know even the whereabouts of his son, and vice versa is also true. Another indication mentioned is that iron will work on iron. An example of this is the train, where the wheel is made of iron and it works on the track, which is made of iron as well."
Similarly, Dr. Shahid Masood Sahib, commenting on the appearance of Imam Mahdi and the swear of the Dajjal, cites a clearly fulfilled indication and says, we quote, "This is also amongst the sayings of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, that the Dajjal will rain down fire upon his enemies and will provide food to those who back him. This was clearly demonstrated in the recent wars." Similarly, Dr. Tahir al-Qadri Sahib, drawing his conclusions from various ahadith of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, states that in accordance to the indications of the time for the appearance of the Imam Mahdi, this should occur somewhere around 1,200 years of the Hijri calendar. Therefore, he admits that if the word thousand is construed to mean 1,000, then the Mahdi should appear around 1,200 years. Hence, he says, all of these imams and narrators of hadith have declared, based on various reports, that these 10 signs will appear upon the passage of those 1,000 years, on top of which 200 Hijra years will have elapsed. Keep all the reports mentioned in the sayings of the Holy Prophet ﷺ and work out that right now we are passing through the 5th century of the Hijra calendar, on top of the first 1,000 years. If the Imam Mahdi was destined to come in the present 1,000-year period, then the time is already past. It should then have happened around 200 years ago, when the Hijra year would have been 1200 plus. Now, the point to note is that, exactly in accordance to these sayings of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad Sahib of Qadian, India, was born in the middle of that century gone past, the mentioned 1200 years, in the Hijra year 1250. The point worthy of note here is that the Arabic words used in this report mean after 1,000. Also, when 1,000 are mentioned, then it only means 1,000. Not only this, but Dr. Darul Qadri explains further that if from the words we understand it to mean 1,000, then the determined time for the advent of Imam Mahdi as the appointed Imam would be 1¼ century ago. Therefore, he says, it is said after 200 years. What was actually then mentioned is the completion, not the beginning of the 2nd century. Therefore, the fact is that 125 years have passed, and not 225. It is therefore quite evident that in accordance to the reliable reports of hadith, and then as these non-Ahmadi scholars have admitted, exactly 1¼ century ago, i.e. in 1882, Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad of Qadian ﷺ, upon receiving revelation from Allah the Almighty, launched his mission. The Holy Prophet ﷺ spoke about the indications regarding the coming of Imam Mahdi with great detail to provide guidance to the Ummah. It is not possible to cover all those signs mentioned in this short introductory program, but it is a fact that almost all of the indications mentioned have been fulfilled with absolute clarity, and the non-Ahmadi scholars have had no way but to admit that. Hence, one renowned Shia scholar, Agha Sayyid Ali Masui Sahib, makes an open declaration in this regard and gives it expression with the following words.
If you read the books with full attention, you will see that each of the indications have been fulfilled. The Dajjal has also appeared, and the disunity amongst the Muslims has also become apparent.
So, all the prophecies made about the advent of the Imam Mahdi have been fulfilled according to the non-Ahmadi scholars as well.